Angel blessings, beloved souls. It has been quite some time. I thought I will make this video much longer ago, but time flies by when you are busy, as they say, preparing for the end of the world as we know it. Never lose your sense of humor, please. So I made 3 or 4 about Alois Irlmaier, a German seer or prophet as they call them. I highly recommend you to watch these videos, to listen to them about all the stories about Alois Irlmaier, because they are also documented, which is extremely rare, if not the only one really documented case of someone who predicted and in the Second World War saved a lot of lives because of his abilities, precognition. And please, if you like it, give it a like button so the YouTube algorithm pushes it a little bit up, so that people can hear the more they can. It's important. And this would be the last one, because I mean we can see what's going on. You must be really, I don't know, blind spiritually, and I don't know, not to see that what is going on in the world. We are in kind of the end stages of what is about to happen, and even astrologically wise, the end now, the last few days of October and then November, oh, and even into December doesn't look good at all globally. And yeah, it fits all together with what Irlmaier said. So the 3 days of darkness, I remember during the many years on YouTube, I really watched a lot of videos in English. I mean, German, they're good in German because he was from South Bavaria, he was German. And we who know. I made also German videos because I grew up in the area where he was born and lived, so I know about him since I was a kid. But then I don't know, in English translations and people, and I heard a lot of BS about what he said and about the 3 days of darkness especially, and about everything. So, um, about the 3 days of darkness. Really, I watched videos years ago where people were in panic, and I don't know, they created I think in kind of sects. I don't know. I forgot. It doesn't matter. But it was really where people were on the edge, and they prepared for years. And so what? What's wrong with preparing? I know. I think if I'm not mistaken, the Mormons, they do this for over 150 years. Preparing again and again, because it's also in their part of the scriptures about the end of the world as we know it. So there's nothing wrong with having always something extra. And if you listen to my 3 or 4 videos before, then the war that is here, just in one part, so to speak, of the world, but that will escalate. And I mean, I said in the videos, I just said what Irlmaier predicted and said, about the inflation. Here we are. Here we are. Whatever he said about the money losing its worth, the inflation, the food shortages, destruction of or destroying the euro, the European Union, it's happening. It is happening. And he said it over 50, 60 years ago. 60, I think. No more, 70 years ago. So, here we are. I just want to make, what to say, that shortly, the most shortly as I can. So in his predictions, he said when the war started, it's gonna be a bigger war. He said then there will be a peace conference. In this peace conference, some high-ranked politician will be assassinated, and then the next day the Russians will roll over North Germany, but they will be stopped at the River Rhine. Then he said to one of the witnesses, who knew him personally, um, he told him, because he said, I see 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. But then there's this witness who said that he told him, he was very young, of course, in the 40s, 50s. Um, Go into the basement, fill it up for 3 weeks. Don't go out with your family, and defend your family and your food if needed, even with a gun. And he said, but we are God people, we don't kill. He said, it is your duty to protect your family. So through this witness who knew him, we know it's actually 3 weeks. It won't be such a long war. It will be horrible, it will be everywhere, but it won't last long. And in this 3 weeks, about the 3 days of darkness will occur. And as Irlmaier said, it will be an so the markers: ice cold night, there will be thunder and lightning, and there will be a huge earthquake that will be felt all over the globe. His instructions, as by the way Padre Pio's, who is also very famous, but there are many more, there are 50 and more during the last 1,000 years, believe it or not, who all mentioned, the 3 days of darkness, and basically said the same thing. Go into the house, close all windows, all doors, don't look outside. Maybe said also, he said, but anyway, it's smart. Cover the windows and the doors however you can, and don't look out. Everyone said, don't look out. It's gonna be horrible. There will be noises. There will be even noises of loved ones who will say please let me in. And Irlmaier said, don't open. It will be, hell loose. Who is outside won't be alive anymore. So it's trick, manipulation, So in no circumstances open windows and doors. There will be a huge, huge earthquake. The whole earth will shaking. And some say only blessed candles will be burned. Well, blessed, I don't know. I think if you bless them in your heart to God, they are blessed. Only this will be burning. And Irlmaier, as Padre Pio and all the others said, the only thing you can do for the next 72 hours is pray. Forgive yourself, forgive everyone, and pray, and pray, and pray for the salvation of your soul and the salvation of all souls, you know. So I hope, please take this, I hope seriously to your heart. You won't miss the point. During the war, it's gonna be an ice cold. The day will end in a way, it will become very dark during the day. It's gonna become cloudy, the shaking, um, the thunder, the storm, the lightning. Go into your house, close the windows, close the door, don't look outside. If possible, cover it with something. No electricity, candles, prepare some, I don't know, water, some maybe snacks. I don't think anyone will be able to eat anyway. Water, and pray. Have faith and trust that you are protected by your own soul shine, by God. That's. And then Irlmaier said about the 3 days, when it's over, when you open the door, you will see there will be some kind of, he said, like a grayish white layer on the earth. The only thing that we, as I and my family and friends came, it could be like volcano ashes. He said, don't go right away outside. wait for, he didn't say 2 3 days, but he said don't go immediately outside, wait for the first rain, and after the rain the earth, the soil will be very very fruitful. And then he said uh, very busy farmers will have two harvests in a year, and simple will be life will be simple. People will become again, you know, God obeying and believing in God, and very humbled by all that they went through, logically, right? And then there comes a beautiful time, as in many other scriptures is described as 1,000 years of God reign, or 10,000 years, even in the Vedic scriptures. But there will be a beautiful, beautiful time, and the whole planet will be cleaned up, which is finally deserved from all these demoniac dark forces. And it will be simple, simple living, high thinking, and I think that's a beautiful thought. I know I myself, my family, friends, we look forward to it. And anyway, if we don't survive in this body, I know I will be born in another body, but I feel I will be part of this new golden age that many unfortunately also misinterpreted, I would say, unfortunately. But there's so much BS out there, please. It is simple. Irlmaier's instructions, Padre Pio's instructions are very simple, you know. So, 3 days of darkness, pray, be humble, ask for your forgiveness, forgive everyone, empty your soul from all guilt feelings. Everything is good, everything is fine, and hopefully, we will, who will, be part of this new 1,000 or 10,000 years, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be a beautiful thing to live through with many more details, but this is not now part of this video. So please, the instructions for the 3 days of darkness are very very simple. Follow them and you will be fine. And most, as I said in my previous videos, take care of your own soul shine, that will protect you. This is, material is good. Yes, it is good to have some, because it will take time to harvest, to plant, to wait the first harvest, so have some food prepared, and water sources all good. Oh yeah, one thing about I still don't know why and how, but Ilma said food in cans will be definitely preserved. um, Glass is not so good. He said water will be okay, but milk will be poisoned. I have no. Maybe you in the comments can give me some. I don't know why. How is it possible? But that's what he said explicitly. Don't drink the milk right away. Whatever is preserved. Okay. I have no answer to that. But yes, can uh, food will be okay. Glass won't be okay. Water will be okay. Milk won't be okay. I don't know. But I guess the cows, and he said, anyway, by the way, when you see a living being, say, hey, you are alive too. Or when you see a cow, put a little golden bell around her neck. It's gonna be rare. And he said, most people, most souls will be gone. But we are not afraid of that. We are looking forward. Beautiful souls, take care. God bless you. Angel blessings. All my love.